Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video I'll be going through all of the challenge questions in Edexcel's Pure Year 1 textbook chapter 4. Okay, our first question from exercise 4b. The graph of y equals ax to the power of 4 plus bx cubed plus cx squared plus dx plus e is shown, where a, b, c, d and e are real constants, and find the values of a, b, c, d and e. So the first thing we could note is that we have two repeated real roots at x equals -1 and x equals 3. So we know that our graph must have x plus 1 squared and x minus 3 squared somewhere there, and we know that the coefficient of x to the power 4 is a, so we have an a at the front here. And now before we expand out the brackets, you can find the value of a using this point here we are given. So we're given that the graph crosses the y-axis at 3, so the point 0, 3 lies on the curve, and substituting this in, we get 3 equals a times 1 squared times minus 3 squared. So we get 3 equals 9a, so a equals a third. And now putting that into our expression from earlier and expanding, we get y equals a third x squared plus 2x plus 1 and x squared minus 6x plus 9. And expanding these out, we get x to the power 4 minus 6x cubed plus 9x squared. And then we get plus 2x cubed minus 12x squared plus 18x. And then finally plus x squared minus 6x and plus 9. And that equals a third x to the power 4 minus 4x cubed minus 2x squared plus 12x plus 9. And finally, multiplying by the third, we get a third x to the power 4 minus 4 thirds x to the power 3 minus 2 thirds x squared plus 4x plus 3. And we can get our values of a, b, c, d and e. So we know that a equals a third, b equals minus 4 thirds, c equals minus 2 thirds, d equals 4, and e equals 3. Then our next question comes from exercise 4e. Question 1 says sketch the graph of y equals x minus 3 cubed plus 2 and determine the coordinates of the point of inflection. So first of all, we can notice that this graph here is going to be a translation of y equals x cubed by the vector 3, 2, using our transformation rules. So if I draw the graph of y equals x cubed first, it should look something like this. Okay, I'm drawing the graph of y equals x minus 3 cubed plus 2 on top. It should look something like this. I haven't drawn that particularly well, but you get the point. And determine the coordinates of the point of inflection. Well, the point of inflection on y equals x cubed is here, and that was at 0, 0. The new point of inflection is here, and we've translated the graph 3 right, 2 up, so this new point will be 3, 2. And that is our answer. Question 2 says the point q minus 5 minus 7 lies on the curve of equation y equals f of x. State the coordinates that the point q is transformed to on the curve of equation y equals f x plus 2 minus 5. So we should recognize that this equation here is a translation by the vector minus 2 minus 5. So q minus 5 minus 7 goes to q dash minus 5 minus 2 minus 7 minus 5, or minus 7 minus 12. And for part B, the coordinates of the point Q on the transformed curve are minus 3 minus 6. Write down the transformation in the form y equals f of x minus a plus b. So Q has gone from minus 5 minus 7 to minus 3 minus 6, and this is a translation by the vector 2, 1. So we can write this transformation as y equals f of x minus 2 plus 1 as required. Moving on to exercise 4f, question 1 says the point r 4 minus 6 lies on the curve of the equation y equals f of x. State the coordinates that point r is transformed to on the curve with equation y equals 1/3 f of 2x. So the transformation done here is a stretch scale factor 1/3 in the y direction, and also a stretch scale factor 1/2 in the x direction. Okay, so the coordinates of r dash are going to be 4 over 2 and minus 6 over 3, or 2 minus 2. Question 2 from exercise 4f, the point s minus 4, 7 is transformed to a point s dash minus 8, 1.75. Write down the transformation in the form y equals a f of bx. So the x coordinate of x, minus 4, has been transformed to minus 8. So that is a stretch scale factor 2. The y coordinate of s has gone from 7 to 1.75. So that is a stretch scale factor 1/4. Therefore, the transformed curve is y equals 1/4 f of 1/2 x. Okay, and finally for mixed exercise 4, the point r 6 minus 4 lies on the curve with equation y equals f of x. State the coordinates that the point r is transformed to on the curve with equation y equals f of x plus c minus d. So here, this transformed curve is a translation by the vector minus c minus d. And so the point r 6 minus 4 is transformed to the point r dash 6 minus c minus 4 minus d. And that is our final answer. I hope you enjoyed this video. That is the end of the challenge question walkthrough for chapter 4.